everybody. This is a VR for SouthPaw Bushcraft. They wanted to see a kit, and recently, well, I'm gonna say back in February, January, February, March, I noticed that a lot of people were doing classes on land navigation and orientation. So I decided what I would do is put all my land navigation equipment, supplies, all in one area, and so that's what I'm going to do, or in one kit. So what I'm going to do is show you my land navigation or my orientation kit. And I don't really do that much land navigation, I mean, I've done this course here, if you see behind me, I've done this course probably about 7-8 times. I come out every couple years and do the course, and after a while you do the same course for so long, so many times, you know, you do it day, you do it night, you know, you just get used to where all the different points are. So anyway, get on with it. I'm going to set you up, and then I will show you what's in my kit. And before I even get into it, I just want to say congratulations for you 325 subs, and I'm sure you're past 325 subs now. So anyway, I do want to show you this before I start. At this point, this is Fort Bragg. This is the primary leadership course, land navigation course. In order to become a non-commissioned officer, or usually E4s, they usually come to this school. It teaches you leadership skills and everything. However, you do learn basic land navigation and basic training, AIT. It's according to what your job or your MOS is, and they don't really make it that easy. Let me see if I can turn you around and show you. But right back over here on top, right before the hill, there's another point right there. And there's another point about 200 meters down that way. And the reason why they do it this way is in case they're not using the proper pace count, or if they think they're just going to use like the tank trails or the roads, then this kind of throws them off, because it could be that point right there that they're supposed to be at, or that point over there that they're supposed to be at. So they have to make sure that they do the proper pace count. Where I started at was about 450 meters straight down that way. And like I say, if you don't keep your pace count and you don't keep your azimuth right, what ends up happening is you're going to end up back over here, or back over there, or you're going to end up right there on top of the hill back there. It's kind of grown up now, so it's kind of hard to see some of these other points. Now, my next point, or the point that leads from this station, is approximately, I want to say 280 meters back that way, up on top of that hill on the other side of the ridge over there. Okay, I'm gonna turn you off for right now, and I'll bring you back on in just a second. Okay, so this is what I decided to go with for my kit, which is a Condor or a map case. I will tell you, this really, if you're going to use an actual map, this case ain't big enough if you're going to use a regular topographical map. But anyway, this is what I chose, and we'll go through this. This is a pretty good case. Other than that, I mean, if you just want to put stuff in it. But for a full-size topographical map, it's kind of small. Anyway, and if you notice, I made this right here. I just painted a piece of Velcro and stuck it on there, and that's the pretty much international sign for orientation. They've got a lot of speed courses. There's a lot of courses. But anyway, to begin with, let me go ahead and pull this open. Okay, you'll notice inside here, hopefully, yeah, I got you in there. You'll notice I got a piece of graph paper right here. This is so that way I can make my own map, or my own sketch map, which is pretty common to do. And anyway, keep going on. I don't want to make this video too awfully long. Okay, next thing you notice I got a mechanical pencil. and this is just regular pencil. Now some of this stuff is new, some of this stuff I've had for years and years and years, but like this compass, I just bought this compass a couple years ago. I've only used it a few times, and of course I have a regular military lensatic compass and also a M2 compass. I don't use the M2 compass too much because it's strictly in meals, and it's real touchy. It's a whole lot more precise than a normal compass. However, doing regular land navigation, you really got to stop and be precise when you're using it. Okay, the next thing I got is a little pin light, and I reckon you can see that it works. It throws out enough light to be able to read your map. Okay, now I got a set of ranger beads. Everybody knows how to use the ranger beads, I reckon. Now I did add one extra bead to my 100 meter or my 1,000 meter marks. That's just because that's the way I like it. And anyway, got the ranger beads. Also, you'll notice on my walking stick, I also have a set of ranger beads. And anyway, also on my walking stick, of course, I got it marked with measurements also, inches, and also millimeters or centimeters. My mistake. Anyway, okay, and on this end, it's just a little. I reckon it's just a gadget is really what it is. It's got your temperature, it's got a little small button compass, and this part right here is for doing your measurements, your map measurements. You can either use a straight line distance or you can use it road distance. And there's a wheel down here at the very bottom. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's a wheel right here, and it makes this dial turn as you're moving it. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. I'll just leave this stuff out. Okay. I got some index cards. These are good for writing down your azimuths, writing down your measurements and everything else. Then I got a regular military protractor that's got the map symbols in it. Most of the stuff is used for military stuff, but it does have a protractor right up here. And of course, it's got it's got millimeter measurements here, and it's got inches right here. This is mainly used for like if you're doing marking. Let me see, like positions, gun positions, or enemy positions. But anyway, I just put that in there. I've had that for years. Then of course I've got a regular military protractor, and this thing here I've had it for years. And I've got one of these new protractors. This come from Map Tools, but I will tell you, out of these two right here, this one right here is a lot more precise and a lot easier to read. Maybe it's because that's what I've used for 20-some years, but I like using this one, even though I have used this a few times. Okay, go inside the main part of it. Now my compass, this is K&R, and these are pretty good for speed and for doing your real basic or your real quick stuff. I mean, you do have your mirror right here, which is good for your first aid stuff. Plus, it's got the magnifying glass. Magnifying glass ain't that great with the line going through it, but it's okay. But what I do like about this is pretty simple. You just keep your north line in the box, or your doghouse, as they say, north-south line, and you're good to go once you put your azimuth up here. Anyway, let me put that back in my case. And I do keep this in a separate case. If anybody wants to know, that they sell these little cases here. They're actually first aid cases, the old first aid cases. They sell them as map or compass cases. Okay. And of course, next thing to show you is my map. Most all the area that I stay in is normally this area right in here. I do most all my camping and everything else back over here in this area right here, which the comp site's right behind me. I don't know if you can see the comp site or not, but the comp site's back behind me here. And anyway, so I do use, I used to use all this map, but I do use some parts of this map here, or this side up here. I do use some of this back over in here too. But anyway, that's a different video. Of course, you'll notice that this being a military map, you got all your impact areas and your restricted areas. Get this back up in here, and you'll see that I have to fold this real small to be able to fit it in this case, which ain't no big deal. If you want to take it out, you take it out and unfold it. Now, of course, the back side, you got all your index, and you got your declination diagrams, your distance, and everything else on the back. Your legend, I reckon, is what you want to call it. Well, it is what it's called. I don't know why I said if that's what you want to call it, because that is what it's called. Okay, this is a new pack of alcohol markers. I use the alcohol markers for marking my azimuths or my points on the map. This is a new set. I did have some that I bought from Germany, and I pulled them out of my actual map case, my army map case, and they were all dried out, so I had to order a new set of alcohol markers. You can use grease pencil. You can use let's see. You can use anything water soluble or alcohol soluble. I wouldn't use nothing that's going to leave no permanent mark on your map. I just wouldn't do that. Okay, and of course I do have some alcohol pads, so that way I can clean my map off when I'm done. And inside, I bought a Right in the Rain map, or Right in the Rain notepad. It's got the small grid lines also in it. It's kind of grid paper, and of course back here in the back, it's got your little plastic protractor and stuff like that back here in the back. But anyway, that's pretty much my orienteering kit. And you know, there's some good courses out there online and stuff. There is some that you really have to check out and really listen to. But anyway, I won't get into people's videos, because you're gonna learn something from no matter who does the land nav videos. You're gonna learn something. You just have to trust me on that. And because I thought some of their classes were really good. Some of them just needed a little bit of rethought and everything. And you know, this stuff changes a lot, but you know, basic land nav will never change. You know, it just won't. And anyway, got this stuff off the side. Okay, next thing is Jesse wanted to see everybody's fire kit. And I'm sorry, Jesse, I don't really carry a big fire kit. You know, I do carry a lighter, and I do have a flint striker, or what I use around here is quartz. And this is the Arrowhead striker that's made by the same people that does the Emberlit stoves. And I got it where you can put it around your neck. I mean, use it as a lanyard. And inside, of course, got my char tin. And inside, I got some punk wood, a little bit of cotton. I got some quartz, and of course, I got some char cloth. But you know, this is a pretty good striker. Well, I better do it on here. I don't know if you can see the sparks coming off or not, but even with this small piece of flint or quartz, you can get a pretty good spark off of it. And anyway, I think that's pretty much it. And I'll post this as soon as I can. Again, I want to holler and say congratulations, Jesse, on your wins at the swim meet. And right now, that's where I'd like to be, is in a swimming pool or in a lake right now. And but anyway, that's not happening. And Don, I ain't gonna ask you how old are you, because I know better than that, and that's just not good etiquette, I reckon. But I do want to say happy birthday to you, and congratulations to both of y'all on your 325 subs. I meant to look right before I left to come out here about how many subs you actually have. But anyway, and before I go, I want to kind of show you this. If anybody's not seen this, this is briars, or creepers, and this is an edible, and you can eat the very tops of them, but don't really have, to me it don't really have no taste, but it is an edible that you can make a salad out of it. You get some little bit of nourishment out of it. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll post this as soon as I can. Y'all take care. Have a great Sunday. Bye.